In the land where spirit and man once walked apart, one girl dares to cross. Her love, a seed, her pain, the soil. Now the harvest has come, but what grows from forbidden love? Is it healing or destruction? Beneath the sacred forest, pondered at evil the spirit queen's throne, a creature opened its eyes for the first time in 1,000 years. It had no shape, just smoke, bones, and fire. It was called Ebora Nuri, the spirit of black iron. Born where the skies and earth once fought, sealed by the ancestors because it devoured both life and light. When Orunkeji made her vow beside the river, the sound reached Ebora's prison. The creature stared, attracted to her pain, her desperation. It fed on broken promises. It listened to her heart. You want power, it whispered through the wind. Then pay me in love, pay me in memory. And Orunkeji, with empty hands, replied, take everything, just let him leave. And so, the deal was made. Orunkeji returned to the kingdom, but now she was no longer herself. Her eyes glowed faintly, her voice was cold, and her shadow walked ahead of her. The villagers who once ignored her now watched with fear. Chickens fled, dogs whimpered, even babies cried at her presence. She walked straight to the palace gates, barefoot, with no emotion. The guards lifted their spurs, but they could not stop her. With a simple breath, she froze time around them. The Oba, cold and desperate, stepped back as she entered the royal corpse. Who are you? He asked. She looked at Ayotunde's still body and whispered, I am what your son loved. The queen fell to her knees, sensing the spirit cloud around her, for this was no longer Orunkeji. This was something borrowed from the gods. Ayotunde's body lay still, but his spirit had been pulled from the world of the living. He floated in the ether, the land between worlds. There, memories repeated like echoes. He saw Orunkeji smiling, dancing under moonlight. He saw her crying in the cave. He saw her bleeding alone by the river. Where am I? He asked the void. No one answered. Then, from the shadows, a dark form stepped forward. It had Orunkeji's face, but hollow eyes. You forgot me, it whispered. You let me suffer. Ayotunde screamed. No, I would never. But the spirit pulled him deeper into silence. The cause was feeding on his guilt, his inability to fight for her when it mattered most. He had only one hope left, for her to fight not just the gods, but his shame. In the skies above the spirit's realm, Queen Angela gathered her warriors. The balance had been broken. Orunkeji's deal with the forbidden spirit was shaking both worlds. Storms stirred the clouds. Birds flee without direction. Queen Angela stepped into the shadow realm, where Ebora Inuri now whispered through cracks in time. You have meddled with what is sealed, she warned. The spirit laughed, his voice like 1,000 thunders. The girl came to me. Your laws failed her. I gave her what love could not. Queen Angela raised her staff. Then you must be returned to your prison. But the spirit grew, larger, darker, swallowing trees and fire alike. The war had begun, not of armies, but of will, spirit, and truth. And in the middle was Orunkeji, torn between duty and vengeance. Alone by the Oba's shrine, Orunkeji looked into a sacred mirror. What she saw was not herself, but the girl she used to be. The laughing one, the kind one, the one Ayotunde loved. "Where did you go?" she whispered. The reflection replied, "You gave me away when you chose power over peace." Her hands shook, her heart raced. She had saved Ayotunde's body, but broken his spirit. She had chosen rage over healing. And so, she screamed. A scream so loud the earth cracked. The mirror shattered. Her spirit split in two. The Orunkeji of love and the one possessed by Ebura. The war wasn't just outside. It was within her. And only one part could survive. Beneath the sacred Iroko tree, the spirits gathered. Queen Angela stood tall. Ebora rose like a dark mountain. Orunkeji stepped between them, her two halves glowing, one red, one blue. "No more fighting," she said. "Let me end it." She turned to Ebora. "I gave you pain. Now take it all." She raised her hand, and every tear she had cried, every night she had bled, became light. The spirit howled as the light burned through it. She turned to Queen Angela. "I am not spirit. I am not mortal. I am choice." The queen, with tears in her eyes, nodded. "Then choose." Orunkeji looked at the earth, at the sky, and she chose love. With that, her spirit rose and dissolved like mist. Ebora was bound again. Peace returned, but Orunkeji is gone. Ayotunde's eyes opened. His breath returned. His mother screamed with joy. The Oba wept. But Ayotunde, though alive, felt empty. He remembered everything. The laughter, the dance, the vow. "Where is she?" he asked. No one answered. Days passed. He visited the river daily, calling her name, but only silence replied. Until one day, a bird with golden feathers landed on his shoulder and whispered a song only Orunkeji used to hum. Ayotunde smiled, tears falling. She was not gone. She had become the wind, the waters, the whisper in the trees. They say love is the strongest power, but only when it knows when to hold on and when to let go. Orunkeji crossed realms for love. She lost everything, yet became everything. If you ever hear a strange sound in the forest, or see the river dance when there's no wind, that's her. Spirit princess, warrior of the sky, the girl who loved beyond death.